Lieutenant Loverlady.
Phew, BCX 2024, what a wild experience that was. We got so many wild reveals in just that one weekend, it was insane. It's looking real good for year 10. We've got a few weeks until the Star Wars patch drops, so let's do a Legend Analysis redone. Let's see, the best move would probably be to do an analysis on the oldest one I haven't done yet, so, alright. Artemis, Core, Wushang. Oh, here we go, the next one is... Oh god. That's right, you goobers. I've been saving this one for a while. Not really sure what I was saving it for, but after the fantastic conclusion of BCX, we're hopping right back into content creation with a Rayman analysis redone. Yeah, I know a lot of people hate him in this game or don't think he belongs, but I'm a certified Rayman enjoyer. When I played Rayman Origins and Legends some years back, I didn't say, oh hey, that's the guy from Brawlhalla. That's his game. He's the main character. He originated in his own unique series. Of course, that doesn't excuse the amount of disrespect Ubisoft has been throwing directly into his face. I'm telling you, this man needs a redemption arc. Extremely. He's hardly in many games anymore, and when he is, he's usually shoved in with the Rabbids. The only time I liked those things was when I played Rabbids Go Home on my Nintendo Wii as an itty-bitty child. But my childhood is dead. So, Rayman and Brawlhalla. I actually like him a whole lot, and he was my first main when I swapped to Xbox. One of my highest leveled legends for quite some time, being level 49 on Xbox and level 37 on PC. Eventually, I would drop him for Nye, Arcadia, you know, the usual stuff. But it's still a blast to go back and play him sometimes. Mainly because, you know, he was my first Xbox main, I love him. But also because he's super strong. This intro's been way too long already, so I'll top right into the signatures pronto. Axe and Sig is a pretty sick one, although unfortunately his worst axe signature. It's still pretty good when it hits obviously, but compared to side sig and down sig, doesn't come out on top. It has the most damage out of his axe signatures, which is quite nice. This was definitely one of the main signatures I used when I was a plat player. Good times to look back on, and kinda disgusting, although that's sort of Rayman's whole design. Interpret that as you will. Axe side sig has some similar vibes of other sliding signatures. You know, Asuri side sig, Magyar side sig, Raptor side sig, Mako side sig. These sigs always gotta go on the side signature, there's no argument there. Rayman's actually has some nasty priority to it, since you're sort of an indestructible menace sliding across the stage. I know it has a pretty small hitbox, but anything coming at you like that is at least a little scary. Good for sliding off stage as well, alongside having the most force, although the least damage. Really, it's just a solid one, a part of his kit alongside N-Sig. Although the real powerhouse signature here is Axe Down Sig. While this one doesn't excel in damage or force, it's still arguably Rayman's best signature. Next to another down sig, which we'll get to. Having that type of force offstage in general sets up for some nasty gimp potential. And with this hitbox, Rayman's nose is a hitbox? I mean, I'm just realizing this as I write the script. That's hands down hilarious. Still, this signature has been really strong for quite some time now, and I'm surprised they haven't gone and nerfed it. Before going to the Gauntlet Sigs, why don't you join my Discord server? We just hit 100 members, and I'll be giving away a meditative vow soon. Trust me, you don't want to miss out. Now, on to the Gauntlet signatures. They can be pretty good, but are definitely outshined by Axe. Gauntlet Insig and Side Sig will be ranked together because, let's be real, they're pretty much the same signature. Insig goes up, Side Sig goes to the sides. That's the only difference. They have the same force, same damage, and even the same startup and end lag, I think. If you don't play Rayman, I can understand not doing the greatest with these two signatures, but as someone who has a good handful of time on Rayman, these signatures are still really nice. Not insane, not super weak, but about balanced. They can go true or one frame with Gauntlet Downlight, which is also a nice touch. It's just super hard to hit consistently. So yeah, those two sigs are nice, but Gauntlet's big monstrosity is Gauntlet Down Sig. I want to argue that this one's better than Axe Down Sig, although it definitely has much more commitment to it. It does a nice job at covering a decent zone and blocking you off from the enemy at the same time. It's so nuts that I made a whole montage which was just hitting that signature. Down Sig does have less force, which is completely fair, but having the whole area blocked off is why I believe it's better. Still, both down sigs are in a whole category of power on their own. They're insane. Overall, it's hard to say which one's better for Rayman because Gauntlet and Axe are both insanely good weapons right now, at least coming from me. His Axe signatures are better, but really either works. Onto Rayman skins. Since my first analysis on him, he's actually gotten content. Rayman mains are eating good. Kind of. Rayman has really nice skins, so let's go through them. God tier has Default Rayman, Ray of the Dead, and SpongeBob. Default Rayman is top tier automatically, it's a classic and he looks great in it. Ray of the Dead is his only non-release skin and looks lovely. His hat spinning is a fantastic detail. SpongeBob as a crossover for Rayman is a strange one, but I think SpongeBob using a giant spatula axe over a normal sized spatula sword is much more fitting. I just think it's neat. Pretty good tier has Ramesis, Sir Ray-a-Lot, and Raidvar. All very nice skins. Some people might place Ramus's higher or Rayvar lower, and I'd understand that personally, but Goldforged Rayvar unironically was my setup for quite some time, and it looked sick. And in med tier, we have Dhalsim. Look, the main reason I don't like him is because he's mainly overused by the people who play Rayman just because he's super strong. You won't catch Dhalsim players on SpongeBob, but also because I'm not a big Street Fighter fan. The only thing I meme about with Dhalsim is when he says Joe Biden in his axe insig. I'm serious, take a listen. But let's move on before it gets political though. Rayman has some awesome skins, and I'll always hope for more in the future. Tier list wise, out of S, A, B, C, and D, I'd place Rayman in S tier. Nope, not even S- tier. I think Rayman is hands down one of the best legends in the game. He's definitely still outclassed by other legends like Wushang, Onyx, Ulgrim, Taros, and so on. I mean, there's only so many times I can complain about these legends being OP. But for some time, he was the one that people were playing. He still is in some of the higher elos, mainly for his weapon combo alone. Axe and Gauntlets are both wildly insane for 2s. Sure, maybe he isn't the best legend in 1s, but for 2s, he's at least in the top 10. If Axe and Gauntlets ever got gutted, maybe he'd go down to S-, but it's kind of a similar case with Wushang. His signatures are made in a way where even some of the nastiest nerfs, thinking realistically, won't do much. And let's not forget about that stat lineup too. 5 strength, 5 dexterity, 6 defense, and 6 speed. A balanced stat legend. Nice to have one of those around. If Rayman has any better stats, he might have actually been one of the few people consistently played in pro play, but we're stuck with what we have, and honestly we can't complain about it because balanced stats are always pretty nice. Any stance besides dex works, as per usual, but running speed stance to take out of dex seems like the best scenario. Otherwise, strength or defense stance works too if you want to. And as for Rayman's play rate, it's been doing pretty good. It's consistently been in the higher areas for quite some years now, almost reaching top 10 as well. Which I'm sure it's probably been in top 10 in the past, and I doubt it's gone below 2% for a while. But you know, that's Rayman for you. So yeah, people might hate Rayman in Brawlhalla. A lot of people think he doesn't belong in the game due to his goofy design and not fitting in. But I think he fits in just like any other legend does, even though he was a forced Ubisoft crossover. Things get much weirder than Rayman, trust me. But for a first crossover legend, it turned out really good. Rayman didn't befall the same fate Ezio did, and let's be thankful for that. Overall, I love this little guy, even for how much suffering he's probably caused me. Not to mention a lot of people end up knowing me as the guy who disconnected in Lord White Wolf's Rayman montage, which, yeah, we don't talk about that one. So, which side are you on then? Are you a Rayman enjoyer, a Rayman hater, and what in the world is a thingamajig? According to Rayman Wikipedia, it's a nickname given to the species Rayman belongs to. So I suppose Rayman is a thingamajig, a limbless, necklace humanoid with their heads, hands, and feet suspended in the air. Well, I suppose we learned something about Rayman today. If you like this analysis, drop a like, and also feel free to subscribe. It's free and it helps out a whole bunch with the channel. Until next time, y'all remember to keep on brawling!